Hi, great achievers. This is Clestine, the Purpose Coach with DivineDiscipline.com. How are you? I am doing really well, and it's been a while since I've done a teaching or empowering video. So, you know me, when I experience something or I've learned something, I always want to teach it. So, I wanted to teach this to you and share something with you that is really going to impact your life and business. So, are you feeling a little stressed or unorganized, or maybe you have a lack of focus? If so, go and get a pen and paper. You can pause the video. Go get a pen and paper because you really are going to want to hear what I have to say. So this three-part series is called One Thing You Need to Master to Be More Focused and Strategic in Your Life and Business. One thing you need to master to be more strategic and focused in your life and business. This thing is so simple, you're going to be like, But I tell you, it was something I ran from for years. I didn't see the value of it, and I wish 10, 20 years ago I would have done this, because it has really helped to elevate my spiritual hearing and help me to be more focused, more strategic in my business, and to be more aware of things. So the one thing that you need to master in your life and business. Now, let me just clarify what I mean by master. Mastering something means a lifetime of learning, a lifetime of growing, and a lifetime of maintaining. You have to maintain that thing, okay? So just because you're good at something does not mean that you're not going to learn more, doesn't mean you're not going to grow anymore in it, and it does not mean that you don't need to maintain, because you do definitely need to maintain. So that's what I mean by master. So what is that one thing? What is that one thing that you need to master to be more strategic and focused in your life and business? Being still. That's right. Be still. Psalms 46 verse 10 says, "Be still and know that I am God." In other words, just chill. Chill and trust me. Okay? Now, it doesn't necessarily mean physical. Most of the time, it doesn't mean physical. And when it gets to physical, most of the time it means that you weren't listening before. So God had to allow some things to happen so that you are still physically, so that you can hear what you need to hear or focus on what you need to be focused on. So you may get sick or whatever the case may be, or you lose a job, whatever case may be. Most of the time it means mental, spiritual stillness, meaning your mind is not churning and just grabbing onto just anything that comes, you know, that bright, shiny object. It means that your mind isn't so tangled up. It means that you've learned how to quiet that mental chatter. That's what we're talking about, that mental chatter that you cannot quiet down. It means that you learn how to be more strategic, learn how to be more focused, because your mental chatter is quiet down. So when you are able to be still, quiet that mental chatter, it means that you're able to hear better, listen better. It means that you're more aware of the things that you need to be aware of, so that you can make the important and the right decisions that you need to make in your life. All right, that's so important, because some of us are making decisions we shouldn't make, and we're wondering, why is this happening? Well, it might be because you're not making the right decisions, and you're not allowing your mind and your spirit to get in a place of being centered and calm, so that you can hear and listen. What are you listening to, and what are you supposed to be hearing? Well, God is speaking all the time. You need to be aware of things and people around you and Him moving in your life. You need to also recognize that your subconscious mind, the way that God designed us, our subconscious mind is designed to help us to move in the direction that we tell it is important. All right? And you want to make sure you're telling your mind the right thing and not the wrong thing. So that's why it's important to be still, so you can focus on the right thing, so you can be more strategic in your life and business, and so that you can have that yummy life that you want to have. So I'm going to share today in part one, I'm going to share 3 things that you need to do. Okay, so the first thing is focus on scripture, affirmations, or a song, and say them out loud over and over a few times. It will help to calm you down. It might not happen right away, but be patient. Your thoughts and your beliefs will actually lead your feelings, okay? So when you start to do it, you might start fast, but then slow down the pace to slow down your mind and the chatter, and to slow down your heart rate. The second thing you can do is stop and smile. stop and smile, what does that do? It actually activates endorphins and other chemicals in your body. It makes you feel better. Even just smiling, do it right now. Smile. It makes you feel better. And it might not make you feel better right now, because if you are angry, probably not going to make you feel good immediately, right? But practice makes perfect. So, and the other steps might help you even better, like singing or speaking scripture or positive affirmations out loud. The third thing you can consider doing is to think of some place that makes you happy. Think of some person that makes you happy. Think of God, who is the source of your joy. So what are we saying here with these three things that I tell you to do? What you're doing really is, you're refocusing your mind. You're refocusing your mind. The mind is a powerful thing. That's how God designed our minds. So you're refocusing it, so you're focusing it on what it needs to be focused on, or you're quieting it down so that you can then receive what you need to receive to make decisions. And I can tell you, when I do this, it's amazing. I make decisions where I might not think it's important, but then later on when I look back, I see, oh wow, if I didn't do that, this would not have happened, or that would not have happened. But then when I don't do this, I quiet my mind and my spirit, then what tends to happen is, we tend to start making decisions that we regret later. Okay, so do this, or be still, about 5 minutes a day. And you know what? In your be still time, sometimes you should just do nothing. That's a bonus. So let's call that number 4. Okay, sometimes just do nothing. Just sit and just let your mind, if your mind wanders, don't get frustrated. Just gently bring it back to a focal point. So what I like to do is picture Jesus and I on the beach. Right? Bring it back to a focal point and just let it just calmly quiet down. 5 minutes a day. If you think 5 minutes is too long, start with 30 minutes a day. You know my policy. Don't say I can't. Say what can I do? Because you can do something. All right? If you're living and breathing, there is something you can do. If you have to crawl on your belly, you can do something. All right? So this is part 1, is in one thing you should master, in your life and business, so that you can be more focused and strategic. Now in part 2, I'm going to be sharing with you the phases of discomfort that you're probably going to go through. Let me tell you why I'm going to share this, and why you need to watch the second video. The reason why I'm going to be sharing this with you is because oftentimes when we feel uncomfortable, we tend to start doing what we need to do. Think about exercise, or eating healthier, right? Or changing a lifestyle to be more positive. It's going to be uncomfortable at first, and so we tend not to want to do it, and so we shy away from it. So I'm going to share with you the phases of discomfort you're going to go through, so that you're aware of them, so that when it happens, you can say, Coach Clestine said it's going to happen, so I'm going to keep on going, because eventually you're going to get to a place where it becomes a habit, and it's natural, and you enjoy it. Okay? In part 3 in this video series, I'm going to share with you what to do when you are being still. All right? So it's not just to be still, but what to do when you're there. Okay? Specific things to do. All right? So I hope you enjoyed part 1 in this 3-part series of one thing you need to do, or one thing you need to master in your life and business to be more focused and strategic. I am Clestine, the Purpose Coach with DivineDiscipline.com. Connect with me on social media. On Twitter, it's Coach Clestine. In LinkedIn, it's Clestine Herbert. And in Facebook, my fan page is Clestine, the Purpose Coach. Or if you're on my, if you want to get onto my mailing list so you can get extra goodies like products and services and my programs, go to DivineDiscipline.com and just sign up. I am so glad that we connected today, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video. So bye for now.